Eubank Junior, fam. Let's talk Eubank. Let's talk Eubank.
Eubank, yeah, is a show stealer. Yeah, this whole thing, Riyadh season was Eubank season.
He made it about him this whole week.
Literally, the guy left the arena with a sword and Neymar, bro. Like, that's crazy. Like, the fact that he stepped in as he's the high ticket. He is like Canelo. If I'm Canelo, I'm kicking myself just a little bit because I was looking for a dance partner that was a kind of easiest of fight for me,
and
a big sell. And we didn't understand what this person was. And again, Conor knows what it is. The Zone know what it is. You could have been a part of this and made a lot of money as well. And that's taking it into your space. Not even if you wanted to bring him into Riyadh. We all would have been interested in, just imagine, Canelo versus Eubank, Wembley. It could, now you'll say, not impossible.
That would be madness.
Madness. He'd bring out the Spanish speaking, the Mexicans. He'd bring them out. They would be there. Everyone will pull up for that. Then again, because of how Eubank is like now in the British community, there's gonna be bare people there.
And they're gonna show up.
That is a explosive night again. But what the main thing is, what we saw is a true showsman. A person that we said we never even pictured a moment of Eubank actually with a sword, bro.
Yeah, this whole week was
talk about it.
Was just insane. I mean, for me, I flagged the alarm when I saw the issues on the weight. He was talking about his weight a lot, talking about being thirsty.
Good spot.
Basically talking about, and even when I saw him wearing that heavy suit, the traditional clothing, I was like, you're doing other things at the same time as you're trying to cut weight. And I'm starting to see you deplete as the week is going on. And I was just like, the weight issues was a big thing. The Conor Benn weight, you made that weight, it looked horrible on the scales.
Yeah.
The Liam Smith fight straight afterwards, apparently that was a horrible weight cut as well. Got knocked out. These things have big effects. So I'm looking at this guy that he's going in there with, and I'm thinking to myself, Zero's Meta. I keep messing up the name.
Fine.
And I'm thinking to myself, well, this guy's not a top tier fighter, but he's only lost to top tier fighters. So we don't know what you're going in there with. And we saw him in there with Korobov, and honestly, had that guy not injured his own arm, he looked like he was about to lose. So we don't know what level Eubank is like on a certified explanation way. So I thought this could have been a banana skin. I'm glad it wasn't.
Yeah.
But I was worried.
Because it would have spoiled it. Imagine, Conor Benn was there for a reason. They had the little camera while the fight's going on to see Conor Benn's reaction because we're preparing for this.
Yeah.
And every time we tried to prepare for something else, something bad happens. And you could tell that the weight train thing was the issue. And the way Eubank started made us aware of that. You saw him heavy breathing in the third round. He had the body language if it was in the ninth, in the third. It was like there was the close to the body shots, but loaded, feet planted, trying to get him out of there. Yeah. But one thing we did see is we saw some amazing uppercuts. We saw some amazing body shots that just folded this man, the solar plex shots, and we saw things that I was like, I like that version. Now, where he could have be given a bly, or where you can say, well, Zeres Matt didn't turn up in that fight to throw anything back. Yeah. He was just in there to participate. He wasn't there to win it. Well, he's here to participate.
Yeah, I feel that. But he also did land some shots that made us go, ooh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, in fact,
did he land enough though?
No, I don't think he was there to win in his mind. I don't think he believed he could beat Eubank.
Yeah.
But the questions he asked, he shouldn't have been able to ask.
Okay.
And I think him being dehydrated still showed in that fight. Like, he didn't look solid on his feet. There's times where he's going down very easy. Anytime he takes a shot, you almost wonder, is he going to go again? Do you know what I'm saying? And I never used to feel like that about him. And I probably won't if he's healthily making weight.
Yeah.
But when he's coming in like this, bro, that video of him on the cycle. The video of him on the cycle getting off and just like, I'm like, oh, damn. You're going through hell the day before the fight. So there's no way you stepped in that ring 100%. So I'm glad he was able to come through that and get that win. But it's one of the ones where you just want to say, like, bro, and you need to take this thing seriously, bro.
I can't say he's not taking it serious. He's just not serious about where he wants to compete in weight. That's his issue. It's never a thing about Eubank lives in the gym. Eubank's a boxer.
No, you say that, but I don't think he does live in the gym.
What do you mean?
The beginning of this year, he said in the interview, they were talking to him about fighting Ben Whittaker.
Yeah.
And it was like, is weight going to be the biggest issue? And I think one of the things he said was, well, not really, because the beginning of this year, I weighed 190 or something like that on the scales. He's like, how did that happen? I'm thinking to myself, how does that happen? That happens when you stop looking after your body.
Okay.
So for me, I'm looking at this, I'm thinking to myself, well, I don't know. Well, we don't know what his lifestyle is like outside of boxing now, because you got to remember how many significant changes have happened in his life the last couple of years, right? And you look at, he's a man that's been boxing his whole life, trying to prove and come out of people's shadows and do all these different things. And then the disconnect between him and his dad, his brother's passed away. One of his interviews with Stephen Bartlett, he starts talking about, seizing the moment of opportunities and kind of whatnot. That sounds to me like somebody who's now appreciating other areas of life.
Okay.
And the cerebral Eubank was the stoic, don't speak. That guy's gone.
Yeah.
We've got a guy with personality and character. And I love that he's finding himself and he's doing his own thing. But I also can see that the focus now splits from being the cerebral guy that's always in the gym to someone that's kind of doing my own thing. And when you see him on the stories, playing poker, enjoying, he's in party places, party locations. I don't think anyone is in a party location full time and not participating slightly.
Okay, yeah. It's not like you're not living, it's not warrior code stuff right now. You're not giving, it's warrior code and entertainment.
Eubank code.
Yeah. Eubank code is probably perfect. A perfect description. That's the title of the episode. But yeah, it definitely, you're right on that, I just see, because he looks like he stays in shape, but again, as you do say, he's ballooning in weight in a way that doesn't really make sense. But then I think it's someone that you have to remember, there was names he wasn't interested in. There's a name now, Hamza Shiraz is supposed to be fighting for the title. When he was offered to fight for the title, he said, not me, I'm not interested in that. He said, take me off that.
Undo that.
Undo what you've done.
Back click.
Yeah. I'm not interested in that. I've been waiting for these two names. And while Conor doesn't have a date, I'm not almost excited I haven't got enough in me to go for that run. And that is when you're coming to the end of your career where you need something to give you that excitement to train to the level that you need to train to.
Yeah.
Are you with me? Some fighters say, well, I can't get up in the morning for that. I just don't see enough in there for me to go and do those extra rounds or the extra sparring and stuff. And I think finally, Conor Benn has arrived. Or we believe Conor Benn's arrived, because they could never sell it the way they're selling it without knowing something that we don't know yet.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Are you with me?
Because the licensing issues, we haven't heard any word on that, but the fact that they're getting back into promo mode, promo cycles for these two face-to-face in the press conference. But that happened downstairs. I was mad when I missed that. You know what I mean? They're doing the face-to-face in the ring. They're shoving each other. It's back on.
It's back on. And to get Neymar as well, because Neymar's not there by accident. They said, Neymar,
pull up,
go and stand in the middle. When you're still getting at it, stand in the middle.
As if Neymar off his own volition thought, let me be there for my boy.
Yeah. No, not at all. You know what I'm saying? They all understood. Even the fact that the way Conor Benn was with Neymar, let us know that it was a job. Neymar probably got paid yesterday for the build-up. Like, how good is it to see just the optics of it? Conor, Eubank, Neymar.
Yeah.
That this is all a plan. This has been a wonderful rollout. And what was good about Eubank is he played his part within the rollout by winning his match.
Oh, bro, absolutely, fam.
He played his part. And now the big thing is, well, what does that look like, Trav?
And to say just one last thing.
Yeah.
Whilst we did have the concerns about the weight, he comes out and he knocks him down first round, and he's doing his job.
Fashion.
And it's one of the ones where there was some weird moments and things I didn't really want to see, but by and large, he was in control. His jab has really improved. When he uses his jab, it's a very sharp and very fast jab. And I think going forward, and as he tries to climb the levels, that's going to be his key to a lot of his victories and success at the next stages going upwards.
Yeah.
And I think whenever he stays on the jab, it's lovely. When he gets excited and starts believing I'm going to get you out of here, that's when the mistakes start to kind of happen. So I'm just like, work behind the jab, and I think we've got a nice stage of a Eubank career to see him.
Body shots is what I like.
Oh,
the fact that he said, you know what, I'm headhunting too much. I have to work the body because you're not going to be able to deal with this. And you see him fold. Bro, there was a
Lovely.
moment where we winced in the street because it's like, oh, I know that one hurt. I know that one rocked you to your soul, bro. That one changed you as a man.
100%.
You know? But yeah, listen, let's quickly talk about Conor Benn versus Eubank then.
Yeah, cool. It's an interesting one, man. It's an interesting one because we know what Eubank is at this point of his career. It's more a case of body maintenance.
Yeah.
Where the flags show up. When it comes to the product that's in the ring when he fights, I like Eubank as a fighter. Conor Benn, I like to watch him fight. Very explosive. He's very much like, I'm here for the shits, bro. Let's not mess about. This is what I'm on. His personality in the ring is him outside the ring as well. I have concerns about him at the weight. We've seen him...
Real concerns.
We haven't seen him at 160 ever. I understand that people say, I walk around at this, I walk around at that. But when it comes to fighting weights, these are more intricate details that matter. We've only seen him at 154 in the times where he's been fighting outside of the UK. The last one against Dobson. Very explosive performance as always, but it's like the power is a question mark.
Carried over.
Yeah,
I don't think he's, again, since the ban, I haven't seen the power carry over, if I'm being fair. You know what I mean? And that's what we need to see. We need to see that because while he's a volume puncher and he's a good finisher, well, what happens if you can't finish? You know what I mean? What happens if you're not putting the concussive shots that are making people feel away? Everything he does, how Conor is from like just as it looks as a product, as it looks as how he speaks.
Yeah.
Everything is perfect. We just had to add this bit. He's actually now, I think, tapped into the bad guy. No apologies. I'm Conor unapologetically. You know, this is who I am now. Deal with it. And I like that. So this is good. But where it was in your favor was when Chris Eubank had to come down.
Yeah.
Now you're going up to meet him. Risky play. I know Chris Eubank, Senior, is not going to be happy. And he's not going to be happy for Conor. He's going to say, you know, there's weight classes for a reason. You know, he's going to be giving us all those kind of lines of, this is, again, it's very dangerous. You know, them lines, same lines that he keeps on saying. Why? Because I don't know if this is a good move. I understand it. I get it for money. But is this gonna? He's called out every fight. How many flyers have been made for Conor Benn to say, "I'll fight this man, this man, this man"? That's not his weight class. Yeah,
I know what you're saying. But I think the issue with Eubank Senior's perspective is that I think Eubank Senior's got his own issues with the operation of Eubank Junior, and that issue is he's not involved in the way he wants to be involved, and that's what kind of taints all the things that he says about Junior. Yeah, but I won't disregard when he's right, because he's right about his weight and him not being able to make the weight.
Could have been hurt.
Yeah, so 160, for example, is now you could argue a case that is too small for him. Unless he goes into serious nutrition management, that is going to be too small for him.
Yeah.
Like, right now, that's where we are. You killing yourself to get down to this weight. That's your weight. The truth is, you've gotten older. Your body's naturally grown and set differently to the point where now you probably are naturally a 168 man.
Bro, he wanted to, do you know what was funny? Is he wanted to interact with Conor the whole time. Yeah. But he couldn't. Literally, he had nothing left. You know what I'm saying?
The weigh-in day.
In the weigh-in day, any time they've seen each other, he's wanted to react. And he finally almost got to get some off his chest, but he wasn't. He needs food. Bro. He needs food. You know what I mean? So
he's in his face. He's like, yeah, what are you talking about now? He's like, yeah, look at you now. Huh?
Come to me when I'm weight drained.
Come to me when I'm weight drained. Yeah, some big man, being the big man. I'm like, oh my gosh, bro. This is how the weight is getting you. If you got into a tussle on the street, bro, vulnerability, bro.
Mad vulnerable. And that's why, again, what was his poker face, and he's playing poker, and this makes sense. His poker face as Zeres Meta made Zeres Meta feel like, what am I going up against? Because he was staring, you know, he does that.
Yes. Trust me. Doesn't give away a
thing. But then again, someone else will be judging themselves. Not if Zeres Meta had the spirit of Dubois, because AJ done the same stare. We believe. We looked. I'm telling you now. When AJ was staring at Dubois, I thought, "Oh my God,
military sense. It's about to get.
It's about to get cracking." Only to know AJ was just staring.
Dubois said, "I don't care.
Let's go now.
Want to fight now?
Let's go now.
He came up with so much disrespect in his energy. He said, I don't care about any of these people that are here. I'll fight you in the hotel room, bro. I don't mind.
Let's go now.
Yeah, that was insane.